What are we in for today? I did a little bit of wandering off screen. Since it's been a couple weeks since the last video of this, I couldn't actually remember everything I did, as usual. I actually, I skipped through the video, looked at the comments, and then ended up just deciding to look at a walkthrough to, recap the last events that have taken place. I think I want to be going to the bedroom upstairs, but before I do that, I was also told to check out the sink, so I'm going to be doing that here. Oh, got some stuff going on. This might be a stupid video. I mean, even by, this game standards. I'm just saying, I'm in one of those moods right now. I'm now that I've actually started the recording, I'm feeling better, but I've spent a good hour, probably longer than an hour before this, basically stressing out and having a lot of anxiety because I wasn't sure what to do with myself. I kind of wanted to stream something, and I'm but if I stream something, then people will know that I'm not doing what I need to be doing. Well, maybe I should do what I need to do then, but I don't really want to. And I just kind of fell into this mood, and I think I'm better now, but I don't know. I kind of hate when that happens. So let me see what's going on here. I guess I can go into the pipe. I don't know which one I want to go into. I will go into this one because I can clean the wall first. But yeah, oh. Standing on nothing! Can I actually clean the wall? Does the toothbrush let me do that? I don't think it does. Oh well, let's just fall in a hole. And it has become a side-scroller, okay. But yeah, I think I've always been afraid of becoming spoony, basically. That's always just been a fear of mine, and now I'm worried more than ever that that's the case. Bad rat time. I don't know. Basically, can I not cross that? Okay, I can. Do I not? Okay. I'm guessing guessing the rat is not my friend. What am I even trying to say? When I say that I'm worried that I'm becoming spoony, I basically just mean that, he's always complaining that he's, too depressed or stressed out to do any videos and hasn't done videos in, years. And whenever he does release something, which, he did a vlog a couple, weeks ago, it was, the first thing he uploaded the entire year, basically. All this stuff always has the, comments disabled, because he doesn't want to hear the negative feedback. And I feel like I'm kind of getting into that territory. I don't know. It's that's the other thing, is he has this, Patreon getting all this money from people every month without producing content, and I'm terrified that I'm going to turn into that, because I don't want to be this massive scam artist, and I don't know. But so far it hasn't... Oh, somehow survives that. So far it hasn't been an issue. It might have gotten close a few times, but I don't know. I'm probably just complaining about nothing, but I'm definitely at that point where, I guess, technically, I've started BA3 in the sense that, I've made some custom sprites, and I've fiddled around with the editor very slightly and not really done anything worthwhile, but it kinda counts. But that's the other thing, is, I know I need to actually get started on that in, a pretty major way soon. So this is This is problematic, because I'm not actually sure how I get out of here. And I don't have a whole lot of battery life left. Oh, I think I just climbed this. Will I have enough to escape? If I do, it's gonna be frickin' close. I'm gonna try to make a beeline for the exit, but... yeah, this is running it a little bit close here. And there's still a part of this pipe that I haven't fully explored yet either. Once I get out of this, I still have to get out of the sink too, and I don't even know where there's a plug. I think there's one above the sink. Let me check. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, let's, I like how she just kind of watches me go into this, and it's like, oh, okay. Whatever you want to do, I suppose. Let me get the coin, please. Where's this plug? Okay. Yeah, that was a close call. Well, I suppose I should probably go back in there. I do need to check out the bedroom before night, though. How much of the day is left? About 2/3. Let me, real quick, go into the other side and see if there's anything. I guess I can check this out later on. I don't have to do this now. Does it anyway. But yeah, speaking of the BA3 stuff, it's basically just, can I shoot the mouse? I don't think I can. I'm kind of at this point where it's like, I'm basically going to start working on it, like, from beginning to end. Like, I'm going to make stuff in the order that you would normally be able to visit the areas. And so, like, the first stuff I work on is going to involve, like, opening cutscene, title screen type stuff. And so that's going to just basically involve a, there's a pirate ship up there. But why, though? Basically just making a bunch of custom graphics and assets and stuff, and that's going to be tedious and not the best way to start the game. But, it's what makes sense. I don't want to jump into, like, the middle and then work backwards. I feel like that wouldn't make as much sense. Okay, so I think I've actually fully explored the drain now, because this is just back to where I was before. So we know that there is a pirate ship. That's exactly what I meant to do. I kind of feel like I shouldn't keep talking about, like, my plans or non-plans for BA3, because it's, like, completely unrelated to what I'm doing here, and I usually talk about that in other videos. It's just, it's heavily on my mind, because I need to make sure that I start working on that, like, in a major capacity, and I don't know. I'll shut up about it, though. There's also some stuff I wanted to do outside, but I think I'll do that at nighttime, so let me just go ahead and charge here, and then we'll head upstairs. And then I'll yawn, and then everything will die. Speaking of the, like, stressing out and being worried that, like, I'm not meeting the expectations that I've set, like, in addition to just not producing the videos that I need to and all that crap, like, I still have the credits for last month I need to do, and, I need to do the, like, video explaining what the new, like, reward tiers and stuff are gonna involve, and since this is a private video, this is gonna be relevant to the people watching. I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna like retroactively change people that have already like earned the rewards, but I'm gonna get rid of the physical stuff because I have not been keeping up with those promises at all. And so if I need to do anything, it's gonna be doing the ones that I already said I would and not taking on any new ones. Like, I streamed myself doing that one cross-stitch like a freaking year ago at this point. Maybe not a whole year, but it's been a long time. I'm still holding on to that. I have not mailed it out, and I have no real excuse for that. I'm really bad at doing that kind of stuff. So I need to do that, and then, because I'm also going to be switching to only, like, one new public video per week, I also feel like I need to kind of just change the overall way I'm handling it, where it's not like, hey, if I go under this amount, then I'm going to change my production schedule. It's like, whatever, I'll just maintain the production schedule anyway and basically just consider it a tip jar, because that's honestly what it is at this point. Now, if it ever got to a point where, like, I stop producing content altogether, then yeah, I'm not going to ask for money from people. That would be completely unfair of me. But, I feel like it's pretty much just if you want to give, then you can, and if you don't, then, I mean, that's perfectly understandable. I feel like that's kind of what most people are doing anyway. They're not doing it for a reward, necessarily. If that's not the case, then let me know. Like, because there is a shit ton of reward stuff that I need to get done and just haven't done, because usually people don't contact me about it. But what I was originally saying is I'm also worried that, like, I'm going to get judged for what I'm spending my money on, because, as I've talked about in a lot of other videos, or just talked about in general, I pretty much never like to spend money. I just kind of save it until, like, there's something I really, really want or need or whatever, and the rest of it just goes towards bills and stuff. In the last month, though, I've started, like, working towards a Beanie Baby collection, because I'm getting back into that crap again, for God knows what reason. Why do we have another dead frog? And it's like, I'm getting those from thrift stores for just a couple dollars a piece. But, at the same time, I don't want it to be like, hey, thanks for supporting me, I'm spending it on 20-year-old dolls. Like, it seems kind of shady, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm getting them. It doesn't make me look good. If that makes any sense. Am I overreacting to nothing? Why does it have, like, nipples? Or, like, what is that on it? Who's Tao? I don't remember who that is. I don't remember who that is. But Binyot, it's a dinosaur. There's another thing I've not mailed out, Vinny's Sphinx. And the Binyot Why You Know Shoot cross-stitch. Because those do exist, we've just not mailed them out. And thus Tully was never seen again. So I need to give this thing water. I don't actually know where to give water, or where to get it, because I wandered around off screen and I tried to, like, suck it out of the sink. And... no, I tried to suck it out of, like, the thing in the backyard. That has, like, a picture of water on it, or whatever it was. Yes. Okay, so this is a shortcut, but where is this? I can't tell where that actually is. Oh yeah, this is all just one room. Not sure. This is a big room, though. Is that just lighting up there? I can't tell what that is. Either way. I don't even remember what the hell I was saying. Doesn't matter. I don't have a whole lot of time up here. There is a drug door over there that I should probably check out. And then it turns out that by doing this repeatedly, you're eventually putting too much strain on your cord and it'll break and you'll just die forever. They always say don't pull stuff out by the cord. I do it anyway, though. Well, not all. It depends on what it is. I usually try to make it a point not to, but on occasions I have. Alright, so instead of actually collecting garbage, I should probably be looking for like, actual stuff up here. What? It costs crazy moolah. No specific price, just... So I want to purchase one of your new Chibi-Robos. Oh, excellent. That'll cost a lot of money. How much does it cost? Just a lot of money. How much you got? Why can't I move this? It's like I feel like I should be able to climb up it to get on top of the bed, but it's not giving me that option. Oh, now I can open it? Oh. Is it just 1, 2, 3, 4? Like Spaceballs? And since it didn't give me an option to input the password, it's probably one of those things where it's just I find it somewhere, and then the character knows it so they can put it in. That way you can't, like, sequence break. Let's play a little bit of Pushmo. Except the most simplistic form of Pushmo possible. Also, I had completely forgotten that I was supposed to be collecting money for the Giga Battery or whatever it's called. I need, I think, 10,000 for that. So, I'll continue saving up for it. I don't actually know if there's all that much more stuff I have to buy anyway. If there is, I guess I'll get it before I work towards the 10,000. I don't know. I feel like the 10,000 is sort of like the end goal. It's the debt you have to pay in Pikmin 2. That debt was always really easy to pay off. Climb on top of the perfume bottle. Still never understood how Mai from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, scented her cards with different perfumes and could, like, figure them out from scent without looking at them. Like, I understand the concept, but I feel... Fuck. I thought I took out the helicopter. I did not. It's like, I feel like when you put the whole deck of cards together, the smells are just going to sort of blend together and you won't be able to pick them out individually. I don't know. Already been this way. I was gonna recharge, but the day's almost over anyway, so let me just see if there's anything I can go do. I am slightly paying attention to, like, the contents of the room, for the record. I know that the dad is supposed to be kind of like a toy enthusiast slash, like, you're a man-child, you're not allowed to play with toys. Here's, what is it, Kissy Boots? Yeah, Kissy Boots, #1 single. Uncha Uncha 1 2 3 cha. We're Kissy Boots and it's nice to meet ya. Or possibly West is Lip. Or All Is On. I think All Is On was a song, not a band name. She Likes Cloth was a good band name, though. What is going on up there? It's like one of those solar-powered dancing flower things. Can I pull this? No? Okay, well, I at least explored a little bit. I didn't accomplish a whole lot. I guess I'll go out into the yard now that it's, nighttime. Hoot the Owl is one of the beanies that I have currently. I don't know if I've actually talked about that in a video at any point. Basically, like, there's so many fricking Beanie Babies, and, like, the vast majority of them were made long after I stopped caring about them. So the collection I'm going for is specifically the, Gen 4 hang tag. So it's basically the ones released between, like, June of 96 and December of 97. It's kind of hard to pinpoint the exact dates, but that seems to be generally when they were released. So there's like a specific tag type. I'm basically just trying to get everything with that tag type. And for the meantime, like, for right now, I'm not going to try... I'm going to try not to get them off of, like, eBay auctions and stuff. I'm tempted to, but I feel like if I did that, it would probably run me more money than it needs to, and it would ruin the thrill of the hunt. I kind of like just seeing what I can find out in the wild. But yeah, as for how many there actually are, that's a bit debatable, because it depends on how picky you want to be with, like, variants of stuff. Like, do you want to count Magic the Dragon with light pink stitching on the wings and hot pink stitching as two different beanies, or is that too minor to count? What about, like, Maple with a Tush tag that says Pride? Or Tusk with a tag that says Tuck? Do you count Princess with PVC pellets versus PE pellets as two different things? So why did I just gain that? Okay. I question that, like, every time I play this game. I don't know. Actually, speaking of Princess, it's debatable in the first place if that one even counts as a Gen 4 tag, because it's more of a transitional one between 4 and 5. But, that's the one that I always make fun of for having ridiculously expensive eBay auctions, and people saying, like, the original version made in Indonesia with no space on the tag with PVC pellets is worth $10,000. Like, you see that all the time. It's such bullshit. Like, they're not worth anywhere near that amount. Like, I think I've seen it, like, there's a site that actually goes over it fairly in depth. Why did I do that? I'm, like, trying to charge and I'm doing the wrong thing. I think it said that, like, a reasonable price for one of those would be, like, $50 to $70, maybe. Even that's really pushing it. But yeah, it's just, like I said, everybody on eBay is freaking out, like, this thing's super rare, oh my god, if you find one of these, you can sell it and retire early. I found two of them at Goodwill today. One of them was in mint condition. I would have bought the mint condition one, but I already have a mint condition one, which I also got. No, actually, my mint condition one I didn't get in a Goodwill. I got that one in a, I got it from a crane machine at, like, this Christian thrift store that I was just kind of allowed to rifle through. Like, I saw that they had a bunch of beanies in there, and I'm like, there's no way I'm actually playing this crane game. Can I, like, open this up and just pick out what I want and buy it? And they're like, yeah, sure. So I dug through it. I got, like, 10 different ones, which is, like, a third of my current collection. I think I have, like, 30. Do I want to pluck these? Oh, these are weeds. I didn't know these were... I thought these were, like, carrots or something. Or medicinal marijuana, perhaps. What, can now the aliens land? God, please tell me that's actually what's gonna happen. So these aren't weeds, though. Okay. So anyway, there's another dead frog. Except this one's, like, actually dead. Okay, it is still slightly alive. Where do I get the water? The fish tank? But yeah, the reason I was trying to dig up that bone is because, again, off-screen, I figured out that I could dig up this thing. I didn't see what it was, but I think it might be the pirate ship, because I could kind of see that from the underground area. I really gotta figure out how to get water, though. Anyway, I don't think I completed my thought. I was starting to say, of the 4th gen tags, I think there's about 120. Again, it's debatable. It's like between 110 and 125-ish, depending on how picky you want to be. And the most valuable of them are Bumble, Brown Belly Sly, and 7-line no-shell tank, which probably run around 100 to 150 a piece, usually. I think I've seen Brown Belly Sly for less than that. So those I'd probably have to get from eBay if I want to fill out the collection, but most of the other stuff I can maybe find, I don't know. The ones that retired January 1st, 97, maybe not so much. Either way, I kind of just found this Flying Dutchman here. Is there a frickin' plug? No, I need to go inside for the plug. Well, is this thing gonna, like, whisk me away? Or what does this do for me? I guess I should probably go talk to, old Peg Leg Arm down in the basement, but... Oh! I can just take it, okay. Did not expect that to be the case. Yeah, I enjoy sharing my, stupid-ass, like, Beanie Baby obsession with people on the main Discord chat, because nobody else cares. I don't expect anybody to care, and yet I talk about it anyway. I'm like, man, I just spent, like, 3 hours looking to see if a version 3 Mystic with a Gen 4 hang tag exists, and I just found out it actually does. I found one on an eBay auction. It's like $55. I'm not gonna get it because that's way too much money, but I didn't even know if this thing was real or not, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then there's me, like, bitching about lists claiming that Felt Antennae Inch retired in October of 1997, and I'm like, no, it was definitely earlier than that. I don't know when, but I like, know for a fact that it was earlier. I just can't prove it. And then I spent more time looking on eBay, and I'm like, look, it's a Yarn Antennae Inch with a Gen 3 Tush tag. It means that it must have been earlier. And I'm like, nobody else is gonna know what this means. Oh well. Like, I don't know. It's my, It was my stupid-ass obsession as a kid, and now 20 years have passed, and now I've started obsessing over it again for no reason whatsoever. I like how I'm a grown man going, like, up to the counter in a Goodwill, purchasing a pink teddy bear and, like, what is essentially a purse, because I found the, in 1999, I think it was, there was this, like, Beanie Baby official club bag that you could get from store, like, these were actually just sold in stores. It had a Clubby 2 inside it, along with, like, just a bunch of tat, and I found 2 of those at Goodwill today, and I'm like, you know what, this is weird enough, I want to buy this. So I go up to the counter, I'm like, oh, here's what I got. I have to wonder if they, like, judge people, but oh well. But I've got that, and I've got my, my 1998 McDonald's Teeny Beanies Wave 2 Happy Meal bag. that I got from another thrift store called Tin Lizard. I like that one. It's just a paper bag, and I just found it on the floor, and I'm like, oh shit, gotta get this. And I'm like, how much for the random paper bag? Is that you can just take it. I'm like, okay, cool. So where's the basement at again? It's through the foyer, I think. Yeah, it's over this way. Do I want to talk to you, chuckle fucks? Oh, it's Rob! Okay, have fun with that. I think I'm supposed to be doing something with them eventually, but I don't know what. You know what's annoying, though? Hunting for beanies, like, just at Goodwill and whatnot, is finding one that you need, and then it just doesn't meet the qualifications that you need. Like, today I found, yes? Okay. Today I found Snip, the Siamese cat, with with an original Gen 4 tush, meaning that it was a Gen 3 with a piece of tape covering it, because, yes, that was a thing. They changed the design on it, and instead of printing new ones, they just took a piece of tape and just put it on top, like, put it over it to, like, it's like just this transparent piece of tape with, like, a red star, and that's the only difference. So I found one of those, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I'll get this, and then I realized it doesn't have a tag. I'm like, oh. Okay. I also found a Dobie with a Gen 5 tush that had no tag. This'll just be the commentary for the rest of the video, just me talking about, like, random bullshit that I'm gonna be using terminology that nobody will understand, nobody's gonna care, and for the rest, like, every other video I make after this is just gonna be more of the same. I can picture, like, several months from now, be like, oh man, I went thrifting again today, I found twigs with, like, a Gen 3 tush, and it has, like, a pretty good quality hang tag. It's a little bit dented, but otherwise it's in good condition. And I found, like, a piece of corn. No, I don't know. So I found your pirate ship. Thousands of years ago, before Sigourney Weaver. Did we already watch this? This doesn't look familiar, but I might recognize it in a minute. Yeah, I don't think I saw this, did I? 2 gold doubloons! For the record, finding a twigs with a Gen 3 tush wouldn't actually be very impressive. Just to give a little bit of context, I said that one randomly. If I had found that, it would have not been worth noting. Now, if it was a lefty or righty, or, like, chops, or sting, or tusk, or something like that, then that would have been kind of cool. But, I don't know. Or kiwi. Okay, I'll shut up. I love this voice. Nothing to look forward to but the smell of mayonnaise. I would not look forward to the smell of mayonnaise. Oh. Alright. I'm wondering where this is leading. Because I already have his pirate ship stored in hammer space. So I'm guessing he's, like, gonna ask for this thing, and it's like, it's been lost for decades, and then I'm just like, oh yeah, I've got it. I've been finding it quite often, because it regenerates. Yeah, we found that. I like this guy's various pirate exclamations. He's incredibly stereotypical, just like Captain Black Eye from Banjo-Tooie. Just like Elvis from Blue Hawaii. I don't know why my Splinter from Ninja Turtles accent sounded Hispanic there. I'm sticking with it, though. A pirate in need needs Puffs Plus indeed. This guy is talking quite a bit. Let's go look for that ship. Oh, hey, look, guess what? I found the ship. No. Okay, now I found it. Here, let me give you some weed. That dialogue is pretty much exactly what the creepy guy from Mofo in Kid Rad says when you give him the pocket lint. And the reason I know this is because I included that clip in the outro for Isle of the Winds, and the reason I included that is because I intend on putting a very... I hesitate to use the word reference, because it's not a reference if it's just flat out copying the entire thing. Basically, I'm just going to put that entire scene in BA3, for no reason. Gave creepy guy the dryer lint. With this ship, I can open the gate to Garesh. Floating kelp cube. Six happy points. Okay, well that... Oh no, the cutscene's still going, okay. I do enjoy being able to speed this up. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. I will recruit all of the free rangers. Oh. So, I get a map. Wait. Do I get the map if I recruit the people, or... I guess so. Alright. Clearly you're one of them. I mean, it might be, for all I know. Here, but what if I'm a ghost? Then what will you do? Moolah corrupts the soul. If you use your moolah, your soul... Okay, no, I'm not actually gonna do that. I was gonna just flat out rip off, Vinny from Minish Cap, but decided that there was no reason to. All of it. I mean, I'm just gonna reload this, but... Because I doubt this is gonna do anything for me. Oh, God. I cannot imagine playing this game without speed up. It goes way too slow. Yup, no. Not dealing with you. Okay, is there any reason for me to climb up all that stuff again? Let me check real quick. That coin yeah, those coins respawned because I watched the cutscene. That's pretty good. I'm not really seeing anything I need to do in here other than just random money hanging around, so I think I will make my leave and possibly try to get some water. The only places I can think to get water are the sink, the fishbowl, and the... Wait, I just heard a drop. Did I? I thought I heard a drop. Is there like a puddle down here somewhere? No? Oh, it was probably his drink that he has, okay. But yeah, there's like the little hatch outside. I couldn't find a way to interact with that, though. I would like the frogs to not die. Are we having fun? I will talk to you, assholes, again. So I guess I talked to these guys in the day, then. Maybe I have to go talk to the dad and make him not be a coward somehow. I'm not sure how. I will find a way. The tough black mineral that won't cop out when there's heat all about. I've actually not been over there yet. Because that door still had eyes blinking, so that means I haven't opened it. Let me go check that out real quick like. Okay, cool. Is that close enough? Yeah, I think I can flow down from that. I don't feel like bothering... That's exactly what I wanted to do, yes. This time, let's not take out the wrong item as I try to float. It's a good picture. I like that picture. That's a good boulder. I like that boulder. That's clearly how the line went. Okay. Oh, that was considered a high fall. Okay. Health and medicine. I guess. Okay. Just a whole bunch of those. There's like a red thing over there. I could probably push the ladder over that way. I don't know if I've actually done like a full sweep of this room. I think I got the ladder and I pretty much immediately put it over here because I knew I wanted to go this way. So, since I am here, I suppose I can try to do that. I don't know if I can push it over the differently colored tiles. They might be like not what I wanted to do. They might be like a nanometer too high. Living in a box. Living in a pancake box. I'm peeing in the box. Peeing in the pancake box. Why am I peeing in the box? It's a good song. It's a true classic. It'll join the ranks of what would it be like if House singing about pie. That's all I got. I have found yonder spaceship. Can I interact with yonder spaceship? How can I not walk under when there's so much room? So going back to Beanie Babies, I'm seeing some issues with that window there. Can I shoot that out? But yeah, I was basically saying earlier, like, there's certain ones that I would never expect to find in like the store unless I get super lucky. And I listed off like just a couple. There's more than that because I've been like, even though I haven't been technically collecting them for like longer than just this 1 month, I've always kind of made a point of looking if there were any because I knew which ones are like usually kind of like worth a shit. And of the 9 that retired January 1st, 97, I've found exactly one of them in like the 5 years that I've been somewhat looking, and it's in really poor condition with no tag. So I'll probably need to like look a little bit harder for those, or like actually look online and stuff. And then there's Maple, which is a Canada exclusive, which I would say I probably have no chance of finding just on my own. But I have found 2 things with Canadian Tush tags, one today and one a few weeks ago. So you never know. So there's a shelf over there, which I can't get to because the carpet is a nanometer too tall. Can I even push the thing around the long way if I wanted to? No, because there's carpet here. So I'm not sure how I would get up there. The spaceship didn't seem to have any purpose. I've got basically no time left, so... This is the new fashionable way to travel. Okay, I'm done. Well, I didn't accomplish a whole lot this night, but I did some stuff. That stupid cuckoo noise always catches me off guard. I do have a fair amount of scrap. Let me check if I need to spend that on anything. I think I've got all the ladders that I can get. Oh. That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm going to end the video here, but it'll be there the next time I record, which might be right after this one. I haven't committed myself to that yet. Okay, have fun with that then. So, next time, I don't really know what. Wandering, probably. Checking out more of the bedroom. That's about it.